Welcome everyone. Today's video is gonna to completely change the way you look at happiness. Most people are waiting for a better job, waiting for something to love them, waiting for life to get easier. Then they will be happy. But what if I told you happiness doesn't work like that? Happiness is not something you find. It is not something life gives you. It's not something other people can give you. Happiness is a skill. And like any skill, you can learn it, you can train it, and you can master it. This video is not based on fantasy, it's based on truth, real people, real science, real practice. If you stay with me till the end, I promise you will never look at happiness the same way again. Part 1. What people get wrong about happiness. Most people think happiness comes after something. I will be happy when I get rich. I will be happy when I get married. I will be happy when people respect me. But those things are not happiness, they are just events. And even when those things come, happiness fades. Why? Because they were never the source of your happiness in the first place. Here's the truth: a poor man can be happy singing while working in the sun, a millionaire can cry alone in a mansion. The difference is not money. The difference is not success. The difference is mindset. Happiness is not found, it is trained. It is not a gift, it is a skill. And if you don't train it, it disappears. Happiness is a mental habit. Your brain is like a machine, it gets better at what you do often. If you complain daily, if you focus on problem daily, if you always expect the worst, your brain become an expert in sadness. But if you start focusing on small joys, if you practice noticing beauty, if you start being thankful for ordinary moments, your brain will become better at happiness. This is not magic. This is how the brain works. Try this exercise every night before bed. Write down three things that happened today: a smile, a warm meal, a quiet movement, anything. Do this for 30 days. Your thoughts will change, your emotions will change, your brain will change because happiness is a mental habit, not a lucky accident. Let me introduce a powerful word: neuroplasticity. It means your brain is not fixed, it can be reprogrammed like a computer. You are not born happy or sad. You become who you practice being. It is just like learning to play the piano. At first, you are not good at it, but if you practice a little bit every day, one day it becomes natural. Same with happiness, and you can start today. You may be tried, broken, lost, but you are not hopeless because your brain is waiting to be trained. You may not feel joyful right now. Part 2: The simple habit of happy people. So, many people think happy people are lucky, that they have perfect life, that they have never felt pain. But that's a lie. Most people happy are not happy because their life is perfect. They are happy because they build a habit that protect their peace. Even in pain, they train their mind to serve a storm, not wait for sunny weather. Let me now share 5 simple but truly life changing habits of happy people. Habits that anyone can learn and that will completely change how you feel, think, and live every single day. These are not complicated. You don't need money to do them. You don't need anyone's permission. You just need one thing, the courage to practice. Habit 1. They don't compare, they focus on their own life. Comparison is the thief of joy, it is the silent killer of happiness, and it is everywhere. Every time you open social media, every time you hear someone's success story, every time someone's tell you what they bought, where they went, what they achieved, your brain start comparing. And here's the problem. You compare your normal life to someone else highlighted reels. You compare your private battles to their public smile. You compare your hard day at work to their vacation photos. And without even realizing it, you start to feel like you are losing. But listen carefully. You are not behind. You are on your path. And their journey is not yours journey. Everyone is running a different race. Everyone is carrying a different weight. And no one is showing their whole truth. So when you compare illusion. Let me give you a powerful story. A woman once came home crying, said, everyone I know is doing better. My friend just got promoted. Another is buying a house. Another is married. And I'm nothing. Her grandmother smiled gently and said, child, you are looking at everyone's fruit, but you don't know how deep their roots had to grow. You don't know their storm. You don't know their night of crying. You don't know it's. So stop comparing their harvest to your planting season. And that is the truth. You don't know who cried before the photo. Don't know who is smiling through depression. You don't know who is pretending everything is okay. So here's what happy people do instead. They focus on their journey. They celebrate a small progress. They are proud of where they are, even it is not perfect. And every time the comparison starts, they whisper to themselves, I am not them. I don't need to be. I am growing at my own pace. That's peace. That's power. That's happiness. Habit 2. They appreciate small things. The second habit of very happy people is very simple but very rare. They appreciate the small things, not the big, shiny, dramatic moments, but the small, quiet, beautiful piece of life that most people ignore. They smell the fresh coffee in the morning, the softness of warm blanket, the sound of rain on the window, a smile from a stranger, a clean set, a moment of silence, a hug that say, I see you, a message that says, I am thinking of you. You see, most people wait for big happiness, but happy people notice a small joy. They don't say, I will be happy when I get everything. They say, I am happy that I have something. Let me show you how powerful this habit is. There was a man who lost his leg in an accident. He was in a wheelchair for life. Someone asked him, how do you stay so happy? He said, because now I notice things I never noticed before. The wind on my face, the sun through the trees, the fact that I can still feel, think, speak, and love. I lost something big, but I found something deeper, and I want to vest it. That is the power of appreciation. It doesn't mean life is easy, it means you have learned how to see beauty even when life is not. But happy people make the present moment enough. They say, this moment is mine. This tea is warm. This blanket is soft. The heart is still beating. And in that softness, happiness is born. Because when you stop chasing more, you start feeling enough. That is not weakness, that is wisdom. These first two habits are the foundation of true happiness. 1. Don't compare your life, focus on your journey. 2. Appreciate the small moments. They are not small, they are everything. Habit 3. They control their inner voice. They don't let it destroy them. There is a voice inside your head, and that voice is with you hours a day. Sometimes it says nice thing. Have got this. Keep going. You are stronger than you think. But many times it says horrible thing. You are not good enough. You always mess. Nobody truly cares about you. Happy people are not born with a kind voice in their head. They trained it. They learned how to catch the negative voice and replace it with a kinder one. If someone else spoke to you the way you speak to yourself, you did call it abuse. You did walk away. So why do you allow it inside your own head? Imagine this. A young girl wakes up, looks in the mirror, and say to herself, I look tired. I am not pretty. Nobody will like me. She goes to school with a fake smile, hides her pen, and think everyone else is better than her. But then one day she read a quote online. Talk to yourself like someone you love. That one sentence changes her. She began to speak gently to herself every morning. I am proud of myself. I don't need to be perfect. I am growing. I am healing. I am enough. And some things incredible happens. Her confidence rises. Her anxiety drops. Her energy feels lighter. Why? Because the war inside her ended and peace within creates happiness outside. So remember, your happiness is not about how people talk to you, it is about how you talk to yourself. Happy people are not perfect, they just protect their peace by guarding their inner voice. Habit 4. They forgive is not for others but for their own. This is one of the hardest but most powerful habit in the world. You see, we all get hurt. People lie to us. They break promises. They leave. They use us. They disappoint us. And naturally, we hold on to that pain. We replay it. We keep it alive. We think they don't deserve forgiveness. And maybe they don't. Maybe they really hurt you. But here's the truth that happy people know forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. When you don't forgive, you carry the pain, you carry the poison, you drink the bitterness, and slowly it start destroying your peace, even your health, even your joy. There's a story of a man whose brother betrayed him. He spent 10 years of his life in anger and revenge. But during those years, he couldn't never sleep peacefully. He got sick, he lost his smile. One day, he saw his reflection and he looked old, tired, and broken. That night, he wrote a letter to his brother, not to reconnect, but to release. I forgive you, not because you deserve it, but because I deserve peace. That man said he slept like a baby that night for the first time in 10 years because forgiveness is not about the other person. It's about cutting the rope that is tied to your happy people understand this. They forgive not to let others win. They forgive not to let others win, but to let themselves move forward. Because holding on to anger like carrying a burning coal in your hand, hoping it burns the other person, but you are the one getting burned. So the habit is simple but powerful. Let go what's killing your heart. Set yourself free. Forgive, not to forget, but to heal. Habit 5. They stay present, not stuck in the past. One of the most beautiful things about the truly happy people is this: they know how to live right now, not in regret of the past, not in worries about the future, but in the gift of the present moment. This is rare because most people live in their mind, not in their life. Let me show you. A woman is drinking tea, but she's not tasting it. Her mind is in the past. Why did he leave me? A man is sitting with his child, but his eyes are distant. His mind is in the future. Will I lose my job? And what happens? They miss life. They miss what's right in front of them. They miss joy. They miss connection. But happy people do something different. They train themselves to come back to now. When they drink tea, they really taste it. When they talk to someone, they really listen. When they walk, they really feel the ground under their feet. There is a quote that says, if you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. But if you are at peace, you are living in the present. That's what happy people practice every single day. And when their mind wanders, they gently pull it back and say, this moment is enough. Right here, right now, I have everything I need. They don't wait for the weekend. They don't wait for a vacation. They don't wait. They don't wait for perfect. They enough right now. Even it's not easy because they understand life is not lived in memory or dreams. It lives in moment. And if you don't learn how to be present, you will miss your entire life. Part 3: how to build the skill of happiness step by step. Happiness doesn't Happiness does not arrive suddenly. It is not a surprise gift. It is not a miracle. Happiness is built slowly. Happiness is built slowly, patiently, daily. Just like a strong body is built in the gym. Just like a strong mind is built through discipline. A happy life is built through small daily action. Most people want happiness, but they don't want the daily practice. Happy people are different. Happy people are different. They don't wait for motivation. They follow simple system. Step 1: practice gratitude. This step looks small, but it is one of the most powerful mental skill on earth. Gratitude is not saying thank you once in a while. Gratitude is training your brain to see what is already right instead of obsessing for what is missing. Most people wake up like this: I am tired, my life is nothing is working, I don't have enough. And without realizing it, they programming their mind for stress before the day even begins. Happy people do the opposite. They start their day by anchoring their mind in appreciation, not fake positivity, not, not ignoring pain, but choosing to see what is still good. Let me be very clear. Gratitude does not mean your life is perfect. Gratitude means you refuse to let pain make you blind. Think about this deeply. You woke up today. Your heart is beating without asking. Your lungs are breathing without effort. You can see, you can hear, you can think. Millions of people didn't wake up today. Millions are laying in hospital wishing for what you already have. And yet many people wake up angry. Not because life is cruel, but because their attention is trained on lack. Happy people train their attention differently. Every morning before touching the phone, they pause. for 1 minute and say, I am grateful for this day. I am grateful I am alive. I am grateful for one small, it can anything. It can be anything. A bed to sleep, clean water, a quiet moment, a chance to try again. This may sound simple, but what it does to the brain is powerful. Gratitude tell your nervous system, I am safe right now. And when the nervous system is safe, the mind relax, the body relax, the heart opens. Imagine a man who lost everything in a business failure, money gone, reputation damaged, friends disappeared. Every morning he woke up angry and ashamed. One day, an old teacher told him, every day write down three things you are grateful for, even if you feel. He resisted, but he tried. First day, he wrote, I am alive, I can walk, I can think. After a few weeks, something changed. His pain didn't disappear, but his strength returned. He said later, gratitude didn't fix my problem, but it fixed me. And once I was fixed, I could fix my life. That is why gratitude is step one. Because a broken mind cannot build a happy life. Gratitude repairs the mind. Step 2. Control what you consume. This step is uncomfortable because it requires honesty. What are you feeding your mind every day? News full of fear, social media full of comparison, content full of anger, gossip, hate, negativity. And then you ask, why I'm unhappy? Your mind is like a stomach. If you eat junk food every day, your body become big. If you feed your mind junk content every day, your happiness become big. This is not opinion. This is cause and effect. Happy people are extremely careful about what they allow into their mind. They understand one deep truth. What you consume becomes what you feel. If you scroll for hours through others people's success, your mind starts feeling small. If you watch negative content every night, your brain learns fear. If you surround yourself with complaining voice, your inner voice become a complainer, and slowly, silently, your happiness is stolen. Happy people don't let that happen. They don't consume everything. They choose. They ask themselves, does this give me peace or anxiety? Does this inspire me or drain me? Does this make me strong or weaker? And if something poison their mind, they remove it. And if something poison their mind, they remove it without guilt. They unfollow, they mute, they limit, they protect their mental space, not because they are arrogant, but because peace is expensive and they respect it. Let me give you a strong example. A woman spent years scrolling every night. Perfect bodies, perfect relationship, perfect lives, felt ugly, behind, unsuccessful. One day, she made a decision. She removed everything that made her feel less. She replaced it with silence, books, calming music, and nature. After a few months, she said something powerful. My life didn't change, but my mind stopped attacking me. That is happiness beginning. You don't need to guide the world. You just need to filter it because your mind is your home and not everyone deserves entry. Step 3. Talk to yourself like someone you love. This step can save your life. It sounds simple, it sounds soft, but it is one of the most powerful habits a human being can ever learn. Let me explain. You talk to yourself all day, even right now. While reading this, your mind is saying something. This is true. This is interesting. I need this. Or maybe nothing will help me anyway. This voice inside you is always speaking. And here's the truth: your inner voice builds your inner world. If it is full of criticism, you live in pain. If it is full of love, you live in peace. Most people never learn this. They walk around with an invincible enemy, their own thought. They call themselves stupid when they fail, lazy when they are tired, ugly when they look in the mirror, useless when they are feeling lost. And here's the sad part. If you some if someone else said those words to them, they would cry. But because it's their own mind, they accept the abuse. Now understand this very carefully. Happy people are not happy because everything goes right. They are happy because when everything goes wrong, they don't add more suffering by attacking themselves. They talk to themselves like they would to a child they love. They say it's okay to make mistake. You are allowed to be you. You are not broken. You are growing. You are doing better than you think. This is not weakness. This is emotional intelligence. This is how strength. Imagine a young man failed in business. He lost money. His family criticized him. His friends laughed at him. He started talking to himself in the most cruel way. You are a loser. You are a disappointment. No one respects you. Every day his mind became darker until one night he wrote in his journal, if I were my own friend, what would I say to myself right now? And that one question changed his entire life. He answered, you tried. You were brave. You didn't sit back. You went for it. You are not your result. You are your effort. That was the beginning of healing. He said later, the world didn't get kinder. I did. That is what happy people know. They cannot control the world, but they can control how they speak to themselves. And if you want happiness to live in your heart, your inner voice must become your protector, not your. So today, start a new habit. When you wake up, say something kind to yourself. When you fail, say something forgiving. When you doubt, say something grounding. Because your words are not just words, they are seeds and they grow into the life you live. Step 4: move your body. This step is physical, but its impact is deeply mental, emotional, and even spiritual. It is impossible to live a happy life inside a body that is always stuffed, tired, heavy, and full of tension. Your mind and your body are not separate, they are deeply connected. Let me show you how. When you feel your chest become tight, when you feel depressed, your shoulders drop. When you feel hopeless, your body becomes and heavy. So, if you want to shift your mind, you must also move your body. You don't need a gym, you don't need fancy equipment, you don't need to be an athlete. You just need to move. Even a 10-minute walk outside, a 5-minute stretch in your room, a few deep breaths while walking in sun can completely shift your energy. Because when you move your body, you release chemicals that lift your mood. They are called dopamine for pleasure and motivation, serotonin for peace and satisfaction, endorphin for joy and relief. These are natural happiness chemicals. You don't need drugs to feel good. You need movement. Here's a true story. A woman suffered from depression for 3 years. She tried everything: therapy, medicine, meditation. Nothing worked. One doctor told her, try walking for 20 minutes every morning. Don't miss a day. She thought it was silly. How could something so small make a difference? But she tried. At first, it felt pointless. But after a week, her mood changed slightly. After 2 weeks, she started to sleep better. After a month, she said, I don't know what happened, but I feel alive again. That is the silent power of movement. When you walk, your thoughts slow down. When you move, your energy. When you sweat, your stress leaves your body. And most importantly, you start proving to yourself that you are not stuck. Because a moving body creates a moving mind. Happy people don't wait for motivation to exercise. They move because they know their mental health depend on it. And no, they don't do it to become perfect. They do it feel alive. So let this become your new rule. Even on your worst day, especially on your worst day, move, stretch, walk, dance, lift, run, whatever you can do because creates and movement can do what words cannot. It can lift you when no one else can. It can ground you when your thoughts are flying. It can restore your power, not just in your muscles, but in your mind. Step 5: Sleep well. Because a tired mind cannot be happy. You cannot build a happy life with an exhausted brain. Many people think their sadness, anger, irritation, and lack of motivation come from life problems, but in reality, a large part of their suffering comes from lack of proper rest. When you don't sleep well, small problems feel you, small comments hurt deeply, small failures like the end of the world. Your patience disappears, your mind becomes negative and heavy. Not because you are weak, but because your brain is overloaded and tired. Happy people understand this deeply. They don't treat sleep as laziness, they treat sleep as mental maintenance. Your brain works all day. It processes memories, stress, disease, fears. At night, it needs time to repair, set, and heal. Without sleep, your brain cannot clean waste. Imagine never cleaning your house. Day after day, dirt piles up. Soon, even a small mess feels unbreakable. That is what happens inside your mind when you don't sleep well. Example: a man was always angry. He fought with his family, snapped at coworker, and hated himself for it. He thought he had a best personality. One doctor told him simple: fix your sleep for 30 days. He started sleeping early. No phone, no phone late at night, no endless thinking in bed, just rest. After 1 month, he said, I am the same person, same job, same problem, but I am calmer, kinder. His life didn't change. His brain recovered. That is why sleep matters so much. Happy people protect their sleep like they protect their peace. They understand sleep is not wasted time. Sleep is emotional repair. Sleep is mental strength. So here's the habit happy people build. They create a simple night routine. They slow down before bed. They reduce noise. They let the mind settle. Because a resetted mind thinks clearly, feels lighter, handles pain better, finds joy more easily. If you want happiness, Don't ask, what should I do? Ask first, did I rest enough to feel life clearly? Because peace begins with rest. Step 6, build meaning, not just. This is the deepest step. This is where happiness becomes lasting. Many people confuse happiness with pleasure. They think happiness is entertainment, comfort, escaping pain, constant excitement, but pleasure fades quickly. And when it fades, emptiness returns. Happy people understand something most people never learn. Happiness is not about feeling good all the time. It is about feeling that life has meaning. Meaning gives strength even during pain. Meaning gives direction even during confusion. Meaning keeps happiness alive when pleasure disappears. Imagine two men, same age, same job, same salary, same long hours. They both wake up at 6 a.m. They both wear the same uniform. They both travel the same crowded bus every morning. Each the all day they carry bricks under the hot sun. Their hands are rough. Their sets are soaked with sweat. They eat the same from a paper bag. They return home with sore back and tired eyes. But while their life on the outside look identical, their life on the inside is completely different. The first man wakes up every day with anger in his chest. Says to himself, this life is useless. Look at me, working like machine. I should have done something better. I should have had more. This world is unfair. I hate this job. I hate this life. He counts every second at work. Every hour feels like punishment. Every task feels meaningless. And the more he complains, the heavier the bricks feels in his hand. When he reaches home, he collapses. He doesn't talk to anyone. He turns on the TV to escape. He doesn't sleep well. He wakes up again with more bitterness, more anger, and less hope. Now look at the second man. Same job, same bricks, same sweet. But when he wakes up, he sits for 2 minutes silence. He look at the photo of his daughter tapped to the wall. He whispered to himself, I am doing this for her. I want her to study, to grow, have chance I never had. This work is hard, but it gives my life meaning. He gets dressed with quiet strength. He still works hard. He still sweets, but he carries those breaks with pride. He tells joke to his coworker. He hums while he works. He sees the building they are making and he think, one day families will live here, children will play here. I am not just carrying bricks, I am building something real. He is still tired at the end of the day, but when he gets home, he hugs his daughter. He sets dinner with his wife. He closes his eyes at the night and says, I am not, but I am used. I am living with meaning. Same work, same pen, same word. But one man feels like a prisoner and the other feels like a builder. This is what it doesn't remove pain, but it gives pain a purpose. It doesn't make life easier, but it makes life worth it. Now ask yourself, are you waking up just to survive or to serve something bigger than yourself? Are you moving through life empty or connecting to a purpose, even a small one? Are you asking the world to make you happy or giving your own life meaning through what you do? Because happy people are not people with, because happy people not people without a struggle. They are people who have found something worth struggling for. It could be a child they love, a dream they haven't given up on, a promise they made to themselves, a value they refuse to compromise, a silent hope that says, I was not born to waste this life. When you live with no purpose, when the best life feels hollow. But when you live with meaning, even hard days carries beauty. This is what the second man discovered. This is what you can discover too. So stop asking, when will life make me happy? And start asking, how can I give my life meaning even now? Because meaning gives birth to peace, and peace becomes the foundation of real, unshakable happiness. Let me say something that might stay with you for the rest of your life. You don't need a perfect life to feel peace. You don't need applause to feel proud. You don't need every answer to move you forward. What you need is this: to show up fully, to give it your 100%, to live your truth, even if your voice takes. And yes, I know you are tired, tired of trying, tired of pretending, tired of holding things together when no one sees how heavy it is. But hear me now. You are not weak for feeling exhausted. You are not a failure for needing rest. You are not broken for falling apart. You are human, and you are doing the best you can with what you have. And that is enough. Whatever you are doing right now, what action of the life you give it everything. Give it not for applause, not for likes, not for validation, not because this movement is part of your story and how you carry it with echo into the next one. And if you fail, so what? You didn't lose, you grew, you gained wisdom pen could never steal. You discovered how strong you are when the world goes quiet. Don't be ashamed of your scars. They are proof that you soaked up to fight for your life. They are not sign of weakness, they are sign of survival. Failure is not the end, it's the sharpening of the sword. It's life saying, not yet, grow a little more, then raise again. And if you succeed, celebrate it. Even if no one clap, even if it is not the big enough for the world, even if it's just a quiet win in your bedroom at midnight, celebrate, pause, feel it, own it, tell yourself without shame or apology. I did that. I kept going. I didn't give up. I faced it. I overcome it. I am proud of me. We live in the world that moves too fast, that tells us achieve more, prove more, time higher, do better. But very few people will ever tell you this. You are already worthy, not because you miss something, not because something, but because you are alive. Because you kept walking when you could have given up. Because you kept breathing when the world gave you every reason not to. So today, I give you full permission to take a deep breath, to drop your shoulder, to unclench your jaw, to soften your heart. Take a chill pill, not because life is easy, but because you deserve peace even when life is hard. You are not a machine. You are not your productivity. You are a soul. And your soul was never meant to run on fear, shame, or pressure. Your soul was meant for stillness, for laughter, for meaning, for love, for quiet moment when you full for no reason at all. Happiness is not about always smiling. It is about not needing to run anymore. It is about being present even when things aren't perfect. It is about living with your heart open even if it's broken. So if you are tired, rest. If you are fallen, breathe. If you failed, reflect. If you have lost something, grieve. But don't stop showing up because every day you keep going, you are training the most powerful skill in the world, the ability to feel joy even in chaos, the ability to find light even in the dark, the ability to smile without needing a reason, the ability to be fully beautiful, peaceful human. That is happiness. Not the loud kind, not the one on Instagram, not the kind you fake in front of people, but the quiet kind, the kind that lives in your chest, the kind that says, I am here, I am alive, I am learning, I am enough, and you are. You are more than your mistakes. You are more than your past. You are more than what the world sees. You are something becoming more than you thought possible. This was never just, this was a turning point, a small opening in your day to remind you that happiness is not luck. Happiness is not a perfect life. Happiness is not something other gets and you don't. Happiness is a skill, and like every skill, it can be practiced. And like every skill, it gets better with time. And like every skill, it belongs to those who are willing to try. So try one breath at a time, one habit at a time, one kind word to yourself at a time. You have already begun. You are already on the path. And even if you can't see it yet, you are doing better than you think. If this message touched your soul, don't keep it to yourself, share it. Let someone else feel human again. Let someone else pause and say, I am okay, I am enough, I am healing, because worlds need more people who are not just alive, but truly